we're here at Randy Now's Man Cave for the Adam Realman Show. Check it out. You'll be shocked and amazed.
Dizzy Edge Records fans, viewers, I am here with Adam Realman from Coney Island Sideshow, a man who I believe grew up with the sideshows in his backyard. I am going to basically just let him tell you all about how cool that might have been and what led him to get into this form of entertainment and what it means to him, why he feels it's important. You know, I'm just going to shut up now and I'm going to let you take it over, Adam.
All right, well, thank you. Yeah, so I'm Adam Realman, direct from Coney Island. I grew up in Coney Island, saw the sideshow as a kid. I was probably 13, 14 years old, and they had first opened the new sideshow up on the boardwalk. Prior to that, the last sideshow that was, it was probably 20 years earlier. And saw it as a kid, was just completely blown away by it. You know, and the performers that I saw were really the last generation of old school traveling sideshow performers. Guys like Melvin Burkhart, who did the Blockhead act, that's the Nail in the Nose. That was his act. He toured it, on sideshows for years. John Bradshaw talked the show. He was the outside talker, what you might know as the barker, but right. I will refer to as the talker because he ain't a dog, he's a person, he talks. So he was the outside talker. You had Otis Jordan. He was billed as the Human Cigarette Factory in the Coney Island show, but prior to the Coney Island show, he was known as the Frog Boy. His arms and legs didn't work, and he would roll cigarettes with his mouth, light them, smoke them, and tell you a little about his life, you know, in that situation. And Mike Wilson, the Illustrated Man, Modern Primitive. I mean, if you've looked at any of those research Modern Primitives books, you know Mike Wilson. Okay. And, back then, this is going back, 30 years, tattooed head to toe. No one did that, right? No one had neck tattoos, let alone facial and
right.
Hanging up visible tattoos. And, it was shocking. It was just thrilling. So I would go week after week after week checking out the show. Loved it as a kid. Fast forward let's go 15 years, and I see online Sideshow School. You can learn how to do these things. Okay.
Yeah. And I believe you're actually conducting that now, right?
I am the dean and professor of the Sideshow School. Now,
Wonderful.
We got a class coming up the third week of August. If any of your listeners are interested, you can check it out at ConeyIsland.com. So we've got Sideshow School. So I learned how to do all these feats. Spent about a year figuring out how to present them, what to do with it. Went on, did a show, and boom, the rest is, as they say, history. I've been doing it ever since, and I'm I guess probably within my 17th year of performing. And,
Wonderful.
I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
That's great. So I did watch a very brief documentary, I guess, on your tight-knit family that you have up there, and it was a very unique group and very talented. From the brief glimpse that I got to see, I believe it or not, I'm a New Jersey born and raised, and I've never been to Coney Island.
Yeah, that's that. But yeah, there's no excuse.
There's not.
There's no excuse.
Growing up, my father would take me to the village a lot, but we never got to Coney Island.
Well, so, I'm planning a record fair, so we may have to bring you up for that one.
I would love to.
At the Coney Island Brewery.
Okay.
And it's going to be in September. We're looking at right now September 15th.
Okay.
It's going to be at the brewery, so there's food, there's drink. It's a Sunday, so there's parking. And it should be, and there'll be some performances, and DJ and whatnot, so it's going to be fun.
So here we are, Randy Now's Man Cave.
I love this place.
I mean, we're surrounded by something that brought you and I together. We're surrounded by records. We're surrounded by music. We got Randy over there. This is a great place. It's a nice, highly curated collection from a man with a lot of history in the music business. So it's interesting how the two paths are crossing. I get to see it here. I get to see something I'm interested in a place that I love and I come to often. So I'll be surrounded by friends. My wife is here as well. And the point that I was going to make, luckily I can edit, is, here is the question. How do you feel, and how often do you do this solo without your group or your family up there, to performing solo as opposed to with the group?
So I do a lot of I would say it's probably 50%, maybe closer to 60 or 70% solo work.
Okay.
And 30% with the sideshow.
Okay.
Every year is a little bit different. But I booked the Coney Island show.
Okay.
So we got a tattoo festival coming up. We have street fairs that we do, private events, bar mitzvahs and birthday parties.
All right.
And, and then I do my own thing.
Right.
So depending on, which email
does the Sideshow, does the full group ever travel? Like, can they, does it have to be at the place that I saw, or do you guys ever travel as a group?
When we do shows, we usually bring out 3 performers.
Okay.
Because that fits in the car comfortably. With gear, and it's the more affordable option for a client.
Gotcha.
Now, if the client wants like the deluxe,
the full extravaganza,
big on, 4, 5, 6 person show banners, yeah, we do that too.
Right. You have the capability.
For the most part, we keep it, we keep it to about 3 people to keep things, keep things moving, keep things smooth. And I do want to say, like you had mentioned, that we are here in the Man Cave, and this is probably one of my favorite places to perform at, and I hate performing here, and I'm going to tell you why. I love it because I'm surrounded by, like you said, the things that we love, records and pop culture and music, and I hate it because in the middle of a show, I see a record that I didn't see before when I was looking around, and I completely lose track of where I am in the set, and I'm just like, all right, I need to focus on that Queen bootleg over there. So, it gets me nuts when I look around and I see stuff that I hadn't seen when I was actually shopping here.
Absolutely.
But really, the truth is, it is one of my favorite places to play. Randy's got 2 Coven albums there.
Okay.
It's like, oh my.
Yeah. Are you able to let the cat out of the bag a little bit and tell me what you got planned, or is that a surprise?
That's going to be a surprise.
All right. Very good. Well, Adam, Realman, thank you very much for talking to Dizzy Edge. And thanks a lot.
All right. See you in record.